Alrighty, we are for round number 3 with this sweet token deck. So playing against Ichigo Hollow 190. Never heard of this player. We got a pretty sweet hand. It's like Stompy hand. I'll keep it. Don't have any red mana, so that could bite me. Like last game, had a long time where I didn't have any of that stuff. But Bog, probably a good start for us. That means they're gonna be rocking Chainer's Edicts and stuff. That means I'm playing my Nettle Sentinel. Although maybe I shouldn't have done that just because it's a little more awkward with the Edicts, but I want to get some, okay, Deadweight, sure. Gonna play the Nest Invader next turn. Trying to get stuff down before they can have counter magic up. Mog War Marshal is even better against Edicts than Nest Invader, but they're both pretty good. Let's go with the Nest Invader. I don't want to have to pay for this next turn. My opponent almost F6 their turn, it kind of looks like, but not what happened. Got a preordain, so I'm thinking this is probably a Teachings deck with the Deadweights, but to be honest, I'm not really sure. Okay. So I can play this Scatter the Seeds. Let's see. Obviously I'm playing the Colony Garden. I've decided if I think that my opponent is the type of player who has... if my opponent is the type of player who's willing to play Evankar's Justice in their deck, because I would like to play this Scatter the Seeds. Let's go ahead and play another Nest Invader and just pass the turn. Like, try to make it look like I accidentally clicked through my attack or something. So, if they have an Evankar's Justice here, I think it would be tough for them to not play it right now. Card on the bottom and a card on the bottom. They have another land. The only problem is it's possible they wouldn't have been able to cast it that turn anyway. But I'm getting in the damage, so let's do this. If I draw a Dynacharge, this game's going to be over. Dynacharge. Close. Close to being what I wanted. Let's go and attack with all their creatures that have power. Alrighty. Then I am going to play out some of this other stuff because it lives through Evankar's Justice anyways. I'm going to put a token on one of my Nest Invaders. There was no way for me to... Oh wait, never mind, 1 second. There's no way for me to play this War Marshal and the Thermo Alchemist. Yeah, I guess I'll play this Colony Garden out there. No reason not to just hold up the mana, I guess. Okay, and I'm going to put the token... I should have done this probably before I attacked, so my opponent should be at 1 less life. But this protects 1 more creature from Evankar's Justice if they have it. So I'll have a 3/3, a 0/3, and a 2/3 if they have Evankar's Justice. So another punt this game. So the opponent should have been at 12. Okay, it didn't matter. Dominated. This should be a pretty good matchup for us. Let's do kind of what I had last time. Although my opponent didn't play any creatures, so I actually don't know if I want these bolts or not. I definitely do not want the bolts if they're Teachings. But if they're playing... if they're playing Flicker, then I do probably want them. I'm going to cut the 2 Might of the Masses and then 3 Living Totems, I think. I don't know exactly what my opponent's playing, so I think it's safer to assume they're playing some creatures. Most people are not like me and just don't play any creatures. Yeah, this looks good. Let's do it. Any deck that's playing Edict effects is like our ideal matchup, so I'm assuming that our opponent has many edicts in their deck. This deck is sort of a nightmare for most like teachings decks. The ones I play have a little more mass removal than normal, so I tend to have an easier time with some of the token decks, but sometimes you just draw the half of your deck that's all edicts and then you just lose. Like, you just can't beat this deck if you're playing a bunch of edicts. It's kind of the reason I take out the Living Totem again. Like, it's just a 1-for-1 with edicts. Thermo Alchemist is 2, but it's kind of like part of the combo, so maybe I should take out the Thermo Alchemist. They kind of suck. They can't attack for my Dynacharge. They died a Doomblade. Man, dies a Doomblade, brutal. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with this until I know exactly what my opponent is playing. There's so many different blue-black decks that it's really tough to know what your opponent's gonna be doing. Oof, this hand is very good if I have a land in my top 2. Get to play Burning Tree Emissary into a Thermo Alchemist. Man, I'm so greedy. Keep! I'm trying out a new deck, so I like to keep riskier hands a lot of the time when I'm playing a new deck, so I can kind of like figure out what I can get away with. Also, our opponent's deck is very slow, so like if I miss for 1 turn, I might be okay. I don't know. I probably should have mulliganed. Radiant Fountain. Good start for us. Bad draw, though. So if they don't have a Dimir Aqueduct, their mana is going to be really bad. Nope, they have it. Okay, so their hand is great. Untapped land. Oh yeah, never punished. We're going to go Burning Tree Emissary here. Never punished. I think I'm gonna play the Mog War Marshal. So turn off Edicts this turn, and then in my upkeep, I can play Scatter. But I'm not gonna, I don't think. Yeah, no real reason to play Scatter. I can just... So if I play Scatter now, and then I draw an untapped land... No, I'll just let that Mog War Marshal die. I'm not super keen on playing stuff right into my opponent's counterspells here. So I'm going to go ahead and not do that. However, I am going to just play this, I think, so I can hold up Pyroblast, and then play Scatter the Seeds, end of turn. Just pass here. My opponent can put me in an awkward spot if they like try to kill something here. Then I have to scatter right away. Obviously, it should be pretty suspicious for my opponent, and I do nothing. So they just wasted. They've like not used any mana all game, so they've wasted all of their mana so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and scatter. If they have like 2 dispels, but that seems so unlikely. Pow. I don't know, is this lethal? Now I have to look. So I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I could have 7. That's 21, 22 damage only. Because of all that life gain. Shoot. I do kind of want to put them to 1 anyway, though. Alrighty. This will turn off, well, it won't turn off Evan Justice, because they'll be able to do, ooh. That could turn off Shrivel. Nope. Nope. We're going all in. So I think this puts our opponent to 1. Forcing them to have it. They've gained a lot of life from their lands already this game. They just played an island instead of the Radiant Fountain that they have in their hand. So that is interesting. So they can't even Evankar's Justice. That just had to be a mistake, right? Because like a Shrivel could still kill all my guys, except like now I'm gonna have my Burning Tremissary. Well, all right. Maybe got a little loosey-goosey at the end there, but worked out. We are up to 3-0. I'll see you guys in the 4th round.